This might genuinely be the most disgusting and disturbing rabbit hole I've actually come across as of yet, as of having this YouTube channel, which has been over a year now. And don't get me wrong, we've come across some pretty heinous stuff, but this one absolutely takes the cake. But I owe it to you guys for actually pointing this to my attention, one of my followers in particular. I don't even know how to introduce this topic other than I received an Instagram DM talking about the, disturbing, disgusting kids content that's on YouTube. Again, that's absolutely nothing new to me. That is like the theme of my channel. I think we talk lots about, the dangers of kids on the internet and how to keep them safe and, things to look out for. And long story short, I fell down this rabbit hole where I ended up finding the specific channel which led me down the most disgusting and vile content that is being peddled to young children. This channel in particular hosts disgusting fetish videos featuring child-friendly characters. And it's just completely disturbing as a whole because it just seems to get worse as it goes on. Now, I know lots of you guys might even be sick of this kind of content and sort of think, well, if you think it's weird, maybe you're the problem, which, I mean, if you think that way, that's a little bit questionable within itself. And I know it's unfortunately something that we can't stop because no matter what, it's just going to keep happening because it's a content farm. It makes thousands for these creators or companies that, animate and edit or generate these videos to peddle to children because unfortunately children will watch whatever, especially if it contains their favourite characters. So without further ado, let's just get straight into this channel. Let's break it down and see exactly what on earth is going on. So first of all, before we discuss what I found in this video, we need to discuss vore. If you don't know what vore is, don't worry because I'm going to give you a brief explanation anyway. But vore is essentially a fiction-based fetish or fantasy involving the idea of being eaten or eating someone. You see it a lot in memes of like furry characters of like big tummies or like, things that are, deliberately peddled to laugh at rather than to aim at children, if that makes sense. However, the important thing about vore is that it's imaginary. It's sort of a fantasy fetish. It's portrayed in art, stories, online roleplay, and doesn't normally mean that people want to cannibalize other people. The thing is with vore, it's that they want to swallow someone whole and have them be alive in their stomach. Like, it's not gory or anything like that. It's just a really, I don't want to say weird because I don't want to kink shame, but like it's certainly in one of the more interesting fetishes to have, maybe perhaps a little bit unfortunate. But people who are into it usually treat it as like metaphorical fantasy, they know it's not possible. They're not out there trying to swallow people. They're just there, reliving it in like art or fantasy or making a furry costume that like, that has, I don't know, but it is important to note that vore is a fetish. It's something that people get pleasure from. It's something that, gets the little nodules in the heads going. It's arousing for some people. It's something that has been a thing for a while. It's been joked about. It's been memed about. Even if you haven't heard the term vore, you've definitely seen like a meme or an article or something about vore. So this kind of content you can find on adult websites such as like DeviantArt and Rule 34, all that, the adult sites. If it's being peddled to adults, I don't care, do what you want. Guess, have a bit of fun, do what you want as long as you're not hurting anybody. Who am I to judge, So tell me why one of my followers directs me into the direction of this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel goes by the name of Asriel Eroshlam. I'm just going to call it Asriel for the sake of this video. And this channel has been online for 3 years, joining in September of 2022. And this channel is, absolutely huge. This isn't just like a little niche channel. This is a very, very big channel. It has over 400,000 subscribers and, has over 200, almost 300 million views combined, which is absolutely insane, meaning that right? I want to understand how 400,000 people have subscribed to this channel but only 50k have subscribed to mine. Poorly timed joke, guys. I'm very, very sorry. So what does this channel actually consist of? Well, you'll probably regret asking that question. This channel contains 529 videos of very well-known child-friendly cartoon characters with very round stomachs. We know very fine well where this is going, but what was really interesting about this channel, once digging deeper, was that I noticed lots of the titles consisted of the same wording and the same theme. For example, wait, blank character's name, that's too much food, that's too much something else. It's all very vore central. All of the videos have this same title, like pattern, I guess, and are all peddling vore. All of the videos consist of characters eating too much food, being filled with air, or eating people to have them live in their stomachs. Vore. So obviously, to unfortunately properly carry out this research, I had to watch quite a few of the videos on this channel. And of course, I'm going to share some of them with you, because if I had to suffer, that means you guys do as well. So, whilst watching these videos, some of them having millions of views, by the way, hundreds of thousands of views, I noticed the lack of comments, which really, really stood out to me, because what do you mean on a video that has over 1 million views, it only has like 200 comments? My videos get more than 200 comments, and I know that my videos are like discussion based, but children do tend to smash their grubby fingers on the keyboard a lot, and there wasn't even a whole lot of that going on. It was just very, very interesting, and it was something that I noticed. Whether it has any relevance or not, I can't say, but it was just something that stuck out to me. The first video I came across was that of a Pokemon character that was very clearly tied up in a, I would say, suggestive way, and being filled with air. Another video showed Princess Peach getting her stomach pumped full of air as well. At this point, I realised that there was something more to this. The thumbnails compared to the videos were very misleading, which is like a lot of YouTube videos today. People are brilliant at knowing how to craft a thumbnail, me included, not to toot my own horn. And it's really not that hard to type something into Google or to animate something or to ChatGPT it yourself to make a thumbnail. But what I noticed was the thumbnails were not screen grabs from the videos that were being shown. And another thing I noticed about these videos, they weren't videos. These were definitely games. This was like, I felt like I was watching, you know, when Flash Player got deleted, and for the sake of memory lane, you tried to look up an old Flash game on YouTube to find gameplay. That is what I felt like I was watching. Another thing that's interesting is these games, theoretical games or videos, are so crudely animated that they're actually not AI from what I can tell, which, I mean, you get a pass for that, I guess. Well done. But another thing that confirmed this inconsistency with the thumbnails was this next video that I came across, which was of Applejack from My Little Pony. And as you can see on the thumbnail for this video, it's implying that it's a vore video. However, when I clicked on this video, vore was not what I was met with. I'll just show you it. This is the type of content that is being peddled to young children. I mean, you've quite happily expressed that you're into vore, so why not go the further mile and just say you're into farts as well? Like, what? What is this? I don't know, this to me just seemed to confirm that there was so much more at play here, because that is so absolutely disturbing. And there was other videos as well that sort of had these, forgive me, but like exciting looking thumbnails, and then you'd click on the video and it would be dog animated, random MS Paint characters, you know, really, really crap stuff. Also, reading the description, my theory about it being game content was confirmed, because their description on the MLP video, as well as like all of the other videos, a lot of the descriptions were pretty much the same. But on the MLP video, it reads this. I'm going to read it out in full. Welcome to my channel, your go-to destination for high-skill gameplay of the latest indie releases. Our channel is dedicated to providing you with top-quality content that showcases the best indie games have to offer. Our team works tirelessly to deliver flawless gameplay footage that is both entertaining and informative. What the fuck is informative about this content? I don't know. Creating this content takes a significant amount of time and effort, but with your support, we can continue to produce highly quality videos on a regular basis. Your contributions help us to maintain the quality of our content and keep us motivated to push ourselves even further. Join our community of like-minded gamers and stay up to date with the latest indie releases by subscribing to our channel. We appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more exciting gameplay videos with you in the future. So this confirms the theory that the videos being shown are games. Now, I don't know where these games have come from or what the sort of, backstory is, but interestingly, when I scrolled further down to a spot that says games, now I don't know how this actually works on YouTube, as this is something I've never seen before, and I do research on my phone, so I don't know if it's different when I do it on my phone for if you're using a laptop. But when I scrolled down to games, it seemingly had linked this video known as Pal World. Now, I had never heard of this game, and I thought, is this game linked to the gameplay? Like, what's going on here? So when I typed Pal World into Google, it came up with an upcoming like indie game that's available to like to play on stream, and it's available on Xbox consoles and all that. So it's like a legit game that came out in January of 2024. So I was like, that's really weird that like that's being linked with this video. I don't know if you add the links on purpose. I'm pretty sure you do when you upload, because I mean, I upload a video. It's kind of bad that I don't know this information, but I'm sure you do. And that's really weird if they've chose to link that game to these videos. Other videos had like Mario links to like Mario Wonder and other examples, and I just thought, that's really weird. So I clicked on it. I clicked on the link of the game. So tell me, when I clicked on this link, it led me to like a subscriber tab or like some sort of channel tab, and this was featured on this tab. It was the second video to some kind of vore channel. Now, this immediately took me by surprise, because I have seen this game before, and I saw this game on the Acerel channel, and it's one of their most popular, viewed things. It's this game here on their channel, but this was uploaded by a different channel. Could be a coincidence, could be two separate channels uploading the same kind of content, right? So when I clicked on this channel, it stuck with me for so many reasons, because this channel has almost 40,000 subscribers, which isn't a lot compared to the other one, and has over 1.2 thousand videos, with it being created a year later in November 2023. I know some of you, myself included, could well say that this is a coincidence. I am very, skeptical when it comes to this type of stuff, and even now, this still could be a coincidence. But tell me why all of the videos on this channel are the same title themes like they were on the other channel, with wait, blank, that's too much food. It's the same channel, it's the same theme. It talked about, insane coincidence, right, guys, right? And obviously these two channels have content of the same game featured on their channel. And what is this game, you ask? Whilst I clicked on the videos, another thing to note was that the descriptions were very, very similar to that of the other channel as well that we read out before. They have like the same AI generated bullshit, like join our community, up to date, like that sort of thing. So what kind of content is this account showing? Well, this appears to be some kind of gaming account, and this gaming account uploads frequently, sometimes multiple times a day. And when I actually, found this account, they were live at the time, which means it's very active. Videos appear to show something of a game, this game in question, but this is not the Pal World game that was previously mentioned, so why that's been linked to this, I don't know. This is a vore game, but there was nowhere in any of these videos that had the name of this game. Like, I was like, what is going on here? So I had to take a screenshot from one of these videos and Google search it, and it came up with the game known as Project Glut, and apparently this is a pixel game created by Draken Syntax, and you basically fight through a very large spaceship with lots of enemies that you can swallow up or shoot them. Your character then runs around with a big extended stomach after eating all of it. It's a vore game. It's a vore game that's being, peddled to kids. I have no idea, if this game creator or these channels are connected. I just thought this was really, really strange. I couldn't find any links to the game creator or the game creator to these YouTube channels. I did try, but let's set this straight. A YouTube channel account is linked to another YouTube account that is posting vore content aimed at children, game and all. And it's not just vore content, because there's scat fetish in there as well. This could, ladies and gentlemen, be a big conspiracy, and I use the word could lightly. I'm not saying the game developer and YouTube channels are the same people. This could genuinely just be a content farm, whatever. I just thought this was interesting, but wait, because it gets so much worse. Of course it does, right? It gets so much worse.
Hey guys, it's Editing Dollface here. I don't have a microphone, so I apologise if this sounds terrible, but I just thought this was really important to mention that while I was researching, to find the game, this was the warning that I was met with, so it's very clearly a game designed for, adult, mature audiences, if you will, rather than, aiming it at children.
So let's go back to the first account that we, took a look at. And on this account, they have pinned comments, and one of the pinned comment, it wasn't on all the videos, but it was on the My Little Pony video that I unfortunately came across, and it reads as such: discover an exclusive world of galleries, dynamic animations, and comprehensive reviews for this game, and over 100 handpicked cultured titles with a Patreon link. Fair enough. And then it goes, follow me on Twitter for exclusive showcase of captivating galleries, stunning animations, and insightful game reviews. So you know me, I clicked the Twitter link. It's all like straight up explicit. You see all. Obviously, I cannot show you this content that I came across, but I was like, surely not. Surely not. This channel that is very clearly peddling fetishy kids content to children by using their favourite characters has a Twitter link in the comments, and when you click that Twitter link, you are met with the most extreme NSFW content. What the So this confirms exactly what all of us fear. This is a account. The Patreon is also adult content. Obviously, I couldn't get into the Patreon, and I am not paying money to get into this, but the Patreon that's linked, it's adult content once again. So I think the content that they are uploading to YouTube is stuff that they can just get away with. If this doesn't upset and anger you like it does me, I don't know, maybe I'm deeping it, but this is just something that, like, when I found it, it really set the hairs on the back of my neck up, because I was like, it's so easy for children to find. It's so easy, and it's there. Showing these child-friendly characters in these situations, tied up, restrained, being in these situations is so deeply disturbing, because the people behind it know their audience. Children who come across this content will watch it because they don't understand what it is. They don't understand what they're watching. They'll even think it's funny, which means that they're then going to go on to watch more of the content, which can absolutely affect their development in later life. Children are sponges for things like this. They get obsessions so easily, especially with favourite characters, and these videos have millions of views. And not only do the videos have millions of views, the account alone has over 400,000 subscribers. This is a massive account. How would you feel if you found your kids watching this content? You'd be disturbed. There is no denying it. You'd be like, what is this? Knowing that this account is peddling NSFW content on other accounts while posting this content to YouTube makes this whole rabbit hole so much worse because they're posting it on YouTube and it's not demonetized. Children do develop and interests from a young age. We talked about this in my previous video, but a fetish can occur or develop after a particularly intense or pleasurable experience involving a specific object or situation. But in some cases, a fetish may be linked to specific childhood memories and experiences. Exposing children to this kind of content opens up the floodgates for, vore and fart fetish in later life. Children are still forming their sense of world, their sense of self, their bodies, relationships, and when they see this material that they don't understand that people get off on this, they think it's funny. But if they see something that's, sort of or emotional or, something that's a little bit maybe intense for them, they may feel fixated on it without knowing why. Of course, this doesn't automatically turn into a fetish, but it's still something that they just shouldn't be exposed to at this age. Children, after being exposed to this content, can struggle with emotion regulation and, struggling with intimacy in later life or seek certain kinds of feelings from things that are wrong. All in all, I just feel like this kind of content should not be so easily accessible to children on the internet. And if I'm in the wrong for thinking that, then I don't know. Oops. The fact that this channel has a Twitter link is just... I mean, I know some people will try and defend it, but this content, nothing is ever done about it. Nothing will be done about it. I just thought this was something that I wanted to share because it's so easily accessible, and unfortunately it's probably not breaking any guidelines, which means it's not going to be going anywhere. But unfortunately, that is all the time I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please let me know, leave a comment, and if you have any requests, please leave them in my Instagram DMs, as I will be more likely to read them over there. Throughout the whole of this video, this eyelash has been poking me non-stop, and it's so over. My eye's been watering, my eyelash is poking me, so I apologise if the end of this video seems like a little bit of a rush. It's not supposed to be. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to follow me on any of the social medias, the links are down below in the description, so please do go and check them out. It would be greatly appreciated. Also, I have a new iceberg video in the works, which will be coming out very, very soon, so please keep your eyes peeled for that one, because it's a doozy. But yeah, if you would like to subscribe, that would be great, but if not, that's also fine, because regardless, I hope to see you in the next video anyway. Stay safe.